Well, welcome to week 2, where we're getting into what technical communication, technical communication, technical writing is not you expressing uh, your beliefs. It's not fancy writing. You're not telling a story. You're just writing to perform. And so the whole purpose of this course is to see how writing is used in your possible career field, because you're in college, you have a major to do something, you want to do something when you get out of college. Well, how does that group communicate? Because being able to communicate effectively, especially in writing, is one of the job skills that employers are looking for. And now they're looking for folks who can write prompts and use AI. Okay, so this is kind of what Tebu and Draga talk about, and they're scholars in the field of technical writing. And what they're saying is, no one in the professional field really wants to read what you write. They're not writing to be entertained. They're reading to find information so that they can complete a task. Okay, and the more time they spend reading what you're writing, trying to find this information, the less productive they're going to be, the less they're going to want to read what you write. Okay, and the concept this week is we want to avoid epidictic rhetoric. That's what Aristotle said, it is fancy rhetoric. You praise someone. It's ceremonial speaking writing. It's in a eulogy. You might find it in a courtroom. You're praising this. You're seeing what's going on. Okay? We don't want to do that. You want to write clearly and concisely enough to inform your reader of whatever message you're trying to get through them. And if you want to know more about Aristotle's rhetoric, here's a link to go there. And shared knowledge and the Mars principle. Well, when I would lecture face to face, I would tell students, think of your audience as someone from Mars. They maybe don't understand Earth's customs and conventions. Maybe they're having a hard time with your English. Maybe their translator's not working. They can't walk up to you, open your head, look in to see what you're trying to tell them. So you have to share your knowledge. You have to come to this common ground where they can understand what you're talking about. Okay? So you have to provide, it must detail clearly, concisely, so that they understand. And here's another link if you want to dive deeper into it. I'm sure you've seen the rhetorical triangle before. Purpose, well, the speaker writer, the message, the audience. Yep. Now, we're going to do one of our first posts using the Driscoll method of reflection. Okay. Here, you have the instructions for it, the Driscoll method, which you're talking about. You're setting up what you're talking about. That's the what. Just a short answer. Just following with my reflection. Okay. What? What are you reflecting on? So what? What did you learn from this? Why did you read it? I learned the key phrase, because you remember, you want someone to quickly, clearly, and concisely get the information. So you use the phrase over and over again. I learned. You're not writing a big eulogy. You're just saying, I learned, and how you're going to apply it. Okay? And there's a sample here. And also, if you click here, there's a sample, Driscoll sample reflection. Okay? And I did not write this. Gemini wrote this. Okay? Well, what am I doing this reflection over? Okay? You're doing it over chapter 1, the introduction, howdy or hello. So you would go to howdy or hello, open a tab, tell it to read the book, contents, chapter 1. There's 4 readings in here. You're going to read all of these. And then you're going to do your weekly response. And you're going to copy and you're going to paste that into the discussion box, and then you're going to find a group mate and you're going to do a peer response. And peer responses are talked about here. Okay? So that's what week 2 is. Again, here's a PDF file if you want to put it into Adobe Reader and have it read to you. So that's what we're doing. We're learning what a basic information of what technical writing is all about. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. And if you look, this reflection is over the 4 readings. It was some work. I had to copy and paste all those into a prompt for Gemini. They did one. Yet no, you can't just copy and paste this. I know what this is. You actually have to read the material. All right. That's all I have for this week. Again, if you have any comments or questions, personal questions that apply to you, email me and I will answer them. Questions that would be of benefit to the class, everybody, put them in the extra credit discussion forum. That's all. Have a good week.